I'm Leslie Ann Warren, and you're watching New You.
Well, tell me, what does this event mean to you, the 75th anniversary of ABT?
Well, I was born in New York, in Manhattan, and I started as a ballerina, and that was my life. I started dancing when I was 6, and I auditioned for the School of American Ballet when I was 13 and started working with Balanchine, and so my history is of this world, and yes, I went on to act, and that's what I do, but my soul, I think, is of a dancer.
Really?
I do.
So that's your real passion?
It's my real love, my truest love. So I'm thrilled to be here.
Definitely. What are you looking forward to most about this evening?
Seeing these brilliant dancers dance. Just seeing them standing in line is thrilling to me. It just brings back so many memories for me.
It is very impressive. We've been speaking to them about the dedication that they had. How did you know from an early age that you wanted to, that's really early, 13?
Well, I was dancing at 6.
And you were dancing at 6.
It's funny. My parents took me to my first Broadway show when I was 3 and a half, and it was The King and I in New York. And I was so entranced with the dancers in the show, and I came home and I started dancing around the living room. And my mom, they recognized that I really wanted to dance, and they just put me into classes when I was, 6 years old. And my parents had home movies of me dancing around the living room, and you could see in that little girl the passion. You could see it, and totally.
That's so fantastic. Now, how do you maintain your physique? You're in great shape. How do you do that?
I work out.
You work out? And do you diet
No, I don't diet, but I'm committed to living in a healthy way. Somewhere in my 30s, from the years of dancing and not taking care of myself, I started to have a lot of health issues, and I didn't want to be sick. And I realized that I had to actually feed my body nutritionally and intelligently. So I started to, commit myself to a healthy way of eating. Not dieting, but a healthy way of eating, and in moderation. And I work out. I work out 5 days a week. Not a lot, and I don't kill myself anymore. But I consistent.
That. I think that's really great advice. And now your skin looks great. What do you do, in terms of your skincare regimen?
Everything. I've actually been doing this thing for 30 years. It's called a galvanic facial, and it's electric currents that are very mild, but they stimulate the muscle memory in the face. And originally it was conceived for people with Bell's palsy to restore the muscles. Yeah, and so they do this. They do it in New York. They do it here. It's great. And then I have many products that I use. Many different. Fabulous products.
What age do you think a girl should start taking care of her skin? And looking back, is there anything you wish you would have done differently or started earlier?
Honestly, I wish I had an awareness of healthy eating when I was young, because I didn't. And I drank a ton of coffee, and I ate a lot of chocolate, and I didn't take care of myself, and it shows up later. It doesn't show up so much when you're young because you have resilience, but it does show up later. You can get stuff. So I wish I had done that. I would say, honestly, when you're in your 30s, it's a good time to really get serious about good skincare, good health. That's when I did.